Doktor, Buntis, hindi kumakain ng kanin. Totoo ba ito? That is true because yan po ay ako. So, I'm Dr. Josephine Grace Rohatan, also known as your diet doctora sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa akin. I am also the same doctor na 3 taon nang hindi nagsasaing. So, that is me. More than 3 years, going 4 years na po akong hindi kumakain ng kanin. And since recently, I was known to be pregnant. So nalaman namin na kami pala ay buntis with one true love, of course. Now going 8 weeks in our pregnancy, pinagpapatuloy ko yung aking life without rice na kind of eating. So ano ba yung life without rice? Ito yung way of eating na mababa yung ating carbohydrate intake. That is our topic for today na ngayon ay Monday na pala. So, sana ngayon, Beginners Monday. So, for our Beginners Monday, hello sa lahat. And it's gonna be a low-carb pregnancy. So, sana ko kukuha ng lakas at saan kukuha ng lakas yung baby ko while hindi ako kumakain ng kanin. So, yung lakas or energy is in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, at hindi lang po nanggaling sa Go Foods na nakasanayan natin yung ating energy. Yung Go Foods na usually nakasanayan natin would be sugar, bread, rice, yung mga starch tulad ng mga root crops, fruits, saging, kamote, patatas, and yung isang pinakausong ngang Go Food, instant Go Food ay kanin and asukal. But with low carb nutrition, we now understand na hindi lang pala tayo kailangan maging dependent sa Go Foods as a source of energy. Kasi meron tayong alternative source of energy. Majority of our organs ay kaya pong mag-metabolize o kayang gumamit ng alternatibong uri ng energy. Yung alternative energy na ito is also called ketones or fatty acids. Ito ay nanggagaling sa taba. So thank you so much to all of our live viewers. I hope you can share this to your timeline para mas marami pong ma-inform why do I continue my low carb lifestyle kahit ako'y buntis, and it's because of a very high family history of diabetes. Gestational diabetes is usually diagnosed kapag mataas yung ating fasting blood glucose kapag tayo ay pregnant and normal before. So before, I was already pre-diabetic and I'm quite sure na if magpapa-OGTT ako, yung oral glucose tolerance test, iinom ka ng 75 grams of glucose at titingnan yung iyong blood sugar, most likely ito ay tataas din. So it's an oral glucose challenge test, tolerance test. Okay? So kailangan yung pinaka solusyon lang diyan is kung alam mo nang hindi tolerant ang katawan mo for glucose, then bakit mo ito parati pang kakainin? And the only solution there is to no longer challenge yourself. Huwag mong pwersahin kumain ng glucose if you are already not tolerant. And so, saan tayo kukuha ng energy? Going back, we can get energy from fatty acids and ketones na usually nanggagaling sa mga healthy natural fats. So, if tatanungin niyo ako kung saan ako kukuha ng aking lakas, I usually eat foods that are riceless, walang carbohydrates, walang sugar, walang kanin. Usually ulam lamang. So meat, 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 eggs, eggs, eggs. At kapag ako'y nauumay na, which happens very, very often nowadays, before matagal akong nauumay sa meat, but now I get umay easily. So that's why I always eat vegetables. So, meron naman tayong mga low-carb vegetables that we can eat. And also, hindi kailangan maging sobra-sobra yung pagkain natin. For all of you who are planning to get pregnant or are also pregnant, especially on the first part of your pregnancy, know that the baby is still very small. So, right now, at 7 weeks, it is said na yung baby daw ay nasa 1 cm. So, sobrang liit lang. Bakit ka mag-order ng 2 extra rice just because you're pregnant when your baby is only this small? So, hindi yan tamang excuse when it comes to pregnancy. When you eat, you just eat talaga kung ano lang yung kailangan ng katawan mo, and usually what we need is not so much as compared to what we think we need. So right now, I usually eat 3 times a day. Hindi na ako nagpa-fasting ng sinasagad talaga yung oras. I no longer count my fasting hours, pero hindi rin ako nakakain very early in the morning. It's because if I do that, I know na I will get morning sickness. But that is also the reason why wala akong morning sickness. Usually, morning sickness will appear if you will force yourself to eat early in the morning and your body is not yet ready. So usually, my earliest breakfast siguro would be 9, but regularly it's around 10 to 11. And yung dinner naman, nasa 6 to 8 in the evening. So, I still somewhat fast, mga 14 to 16 hours. But note again, na hindi na yon fino-force, okay? So, I just listen to my body. And right now, I've never had any episode na nasusuka or yung nagkakaroon ng morning sickness. The most that I can feel na ako talaga ay buntis is just I'm always sleepy. So, from time to time, gusto ko lang matulog, gustong mag-nap. But generally, everything else is normal. Everything else is doing all right. At hindi po tayo kailangang matakot na baka mawalan tayo ng glucose sa katawan because merong process na tinatawag nating gluconeogenesis. So, gluconeogenesis, parati natin pinag-uusapan yan, it's the capacity ng ating organs, especially our liver, na kaya niyang gumawa ng kanyang sariling glucose if ever kinukulang yung red blood cells mo or yung minor number of organs in your body na tinatawag nating glucose obligate na user. So, yung glucose lang talaga yung kanilang ginagamit na energy. At kakaunti lang yun at kayang-kaya yon supplyan ng ating liver and we no longer need to take exogenous or yung external sources of glucose. Kayang-kaya yan gawin ng ating liver coming from non-carbohydrate sources. So ano yung mga non-carbohydrate sources? We can have amino acids or coming from proteins and also coming from triglycerides. So coming from fat. So when you break down triglycerides, yung mga matataas na triglycerides dyan, fasting and doing low carb is actually good for you kasi kapag nagpa-fasting kayo at naglo-low carb, bababa yung inyong insulin levels in your body and your triglycerides pwede na siyang gamitin. The glycerol backbone can be used to be made into glucose and yung acerol naman, yung tatlong acerol or fatty part of triglycerides can be used as energy. So, sobrang efficient po yung katawan natin. Sa mga natatakot na baka ako yung manghina kasi hindi ako kakain ng kanin, alam nyo ba na mas mataas yung energy content ng taba as compared sa carbohydrates or kanin? So, say for example, kung merong 40 grams of carbohydrates, yan ay meron lamang, or say for para madaling sa math natin, 50 grams of carbohydrates, yan ay magbibigay lamang ng 200 calories. Pero 50 grams of fats, alam nyo ba, that can give 450 kilocalories because isang gramo ng carbohydrates o ng kanin ay magbibigay ng 4 kilocalories. Pero ang isang gramo ng taba or fats can actually yield 9 kilocalories. So, mas mataas yung energy noon. And don't worry, wag po kayong malungkot. I am not punishing myself. Hindi ko rin pino-force yung katawan ko. I just know being in low-carb lifestyle, being in LCF, yung nagla-life without rice tayo, going 4 years now, alam na alam ko na po, kilala ko na yung katawan ko, and I know I do well in low carb. It's my first experience as pregnant on low carb, but for my family members, my sisters, matagal na po silang naglo-low carb at tatlo sa kanila ay nabuntis na din at nag-breastfed ng naka-low carb. And if they compare their pregnancy, noong naka-high carb sila na pregnancy, their low-carb pregnancy is much healthier, walang complications, and also the babies are the healthiest. So, this is also approved by my own obstetrician, yung OB ko mismo. Kasi yung OB ko, buntis din and naka-low carb din. So, hindi rin siya masyadong kumakain ng kanin. Although, I'm not so sure how strict she is because in our list, meron tayong low carb list, di ba? Alam natin na yung kanin nasa caution list. If gusto talagang kumain, pwede naman. We can accommodate half cup to 1 cup of rice in a day. But for me, I'd rather not take that from kanin or rice. Bakit? Because 1 cup of rice, nasa 40-45 grams na yan of carbohydrates. Pero wala itong nutrients. Ito ay puro glucose lamang. It is what we called as empty calories. Walang vitamins and minerals. If ever gusto ko talaga ng carbohydrates na that much, 40-45 grams, I'd rather eat vegetables na lang or maybe some fruits na citrus or colored ones, the ones na kahit merong kakaunting carbs, but eto ay mayaman sa vitamins and minerals and certain essential nutrients. Pero yung kanin po, wala po talaga siyang nutritional value. Eh, eto ay pampadagdag, pampasiksik lamang ng ating tiyan at yun ay nakasanayan lang natin. And maybe that's also the reason why I can eat just 3 times a day na small amount of food lamang and I don't feel being starved. Hindi ko na feel na ako ay nahihirapan or nagpapagutom because I am eating nutrient-dense food. So, pwede meat. So, I will show you kung ano yung baon ko. Usually, when we go out, we just bring food. So, yung food namin ay mga sa car lamang kasi I don't feel like eating outside. Natatakot. Hindi naman sa natatakot, pero mostly wala akong ganang kumain when eating outside right now. Yung mga parang processed foods, I'm so sensitive to them. So, meron ako dito mga pork cubes. So, yan, mga pork. And this one, so mga dry lamang. So, this one is another set of pork. So, yan, pork lamang. Ito yung aming baon. So, puro ulam. And also, pang snacks later because we will be gone for the whole day. Ito, ipapakita ko sa inyo. So, this one. So, thank you, Shapes, for this can. So, nagre-recycle lang po ako. At yan, mixed nuts na ako lang po yung gumawa. Hindi po ito commercialized at hindi po ako nagbebenta ng mixed nuts. So, wag na kayo, please, magpapascam sa mga illegally na gumagamit ng ating pangalan and also our names and photos and videos. So, ito yung mga nuts. So, meron ditong mga parang sesame seed crackers na nanggaling sa, I think, sa Go Low Carb. And then this one, yung dried na coconut na laing, so sugar-free. So, dried lang. And then almonds and also walnut. So, yan yung mga nuts natin. So, yan yung aking usual baon na hindi ko naman nakakain parate, but I just have them in handy. So, yan, nakakain na kami kanina. And maybe later, we will eat again on our road. So, kahit hindi ako kumakain ng kanin, malakas akong kumain ng ulam at malakas akong kumain ng gulay nowadays and also sabaw and also drink. So, marami akong drinks dito. So, water. And then, meron akong mga teas na baon, cold teas, and then, at meron pang isa pa. So, hindi ako mahilig masyado sa cold. It's all cold kasi I feel hot, parating mainit parate. But yan, I'm a doctor and I'm pregnant and I recently will not eat rice kahit buntis ako because that is what I am used to. Yan na po nakasanayan ng katawan ko ever since and I continue to do that until delivery. So, praying for a smooth delivery until yung baby natin, yung ating one true love baby ay lalabas na. So, maraming salamat to all of you who are wishing us well and also to our members in our Facebook group and yung mga members natin in our YouTube channel. So maraming salamat. Thank you so much po. And of course, don't take this as a medical advice. This is just my personal journey and I'm sharing with you what I know kung bakit I choose not to eat rice during my pregnancy. And yun po yung rason and hopefully it is going to benefit us, me, so that we will have a smoother delivery at yung baby natin hindi rin magiging sobrang laki because as much as we want our baby to grow, hindi po kailangang sobrang laki ng baby while growing inside the womb. There is this incidence na IDM, infants of diabetes mothers, yun yung mga batang anak ng mga diabetics and they are overweight. At kapag overweight sila, mas nahihirapan po yung pag-deliver at mas malaki yung chance na baka ma-cesarean. So hopefully we will have a normal pregnancy. So yun lang po for our Beginners Monday today. Thank you so much. Hope you can share this one to our other family and friends para sila ay ma-educate din, especially for those who have gestational diabetes or yung diabetes na nadadiagnose during pregnancy. If they are already avoiding sweets, nag-a-avoid na sila ng matatamis, pero kapag nag-check sila ng kanilang blood glucose ay mataas pa din, try to look at their food intake. Baka mataas yung kanilang intake ng mga pagkain na nasa ating caution list. So, common would be bread, mga tinapay, mga noodles, pasta, kanin, okay, root crops, kamote, and even fruits, saging, and kahit saging na saba, all of those can still elevate the blood sugar. So, a special shout out to fellow pregnant moms na baka maybe this video can help you, and I hope you can discuss this with your obstetrician because the current guidelines already allow or already encourage the possible use of low carb nutrition for pregnant moms na merong diabetes. Ito ay supported na po. Kaya nga lang, it's fairly new, so hindi ko alam kung gaano ka-updated yung doctors ninyo, but this is a well-supported na approach when it comes to dietary management of diabetes, including gestational diabetes. So always stick to the safe list of JGC Rojo food list. Check out our website, JGRTANMD, and also for our LCF Center na appointments, message lang po si Admin Rochelle sa number na yan or check LCF Center na website or page sa ating Facebook. But for my schedule on January, I will accept face-to-face and also online consultations. Just message Admin Cha. And happy birthday, Admin Cha, at 0939-919-3719. Maraming salamat po. Hello to our FB groups, the LCFF community, and also Life Without Rice community. Kung hindi pa kayo member ng groups na yan, kindly join po our groups and so that mas marami tayong matutunan. And of course, if you wish to be guided, kung meron talaga kayong issues and medical conditions, you can consult our doctors and also be assisted sa ating learning sa ating LCF Masterclass by yours truly. Maraming salamat po, and always remember to, of course, stay low carb so that we all stay safe. Maraming salamat. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can see more contents in our YouTube and Facebook channels at Dr. Josephine Grace Rojo and Dr. Josephine Grace Rojotan, respectively. For those who wish to be guided, we have an ongoing structured learning program where we will teach you how to adapt a low-carb and fasting lifestyle for healing specific modern-day lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, fatty liver, PCOS, GERD, and many more. You can send an email to our admins or send a DM in our inbox. I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much. Stay low-carb, stay safe. Bye!